Hello, good morning to you, and welcome to Living Well, your health and lifestyle show right here on Metro Television. I am Sandra Ampofua Ofusu. I am doing the presentation today and for the rest of the months ahead of us in the life of Living Well. And so today we have a very important topic we will be talking about. We've had this conversation over and over again, but it is right to keep on having this conversation because of still the lack of knowledge and understanding of what the issues are. And a lot of people still think it is far away from them. A lot of people tag a certain group of people when we talk about that topic. But today we want to expand the conversation because different people are bringing the campaign to another level. They are introducing the creative arts industry into the conversation. Today, we are talking about mental health, and we are redefining the discourse on mental health through the creative arts industry, to be precise, the use of music. Stick and stay, we go for a quick breather. When we come back, I will introduce my... All right, so today we are talking about mental health. And to start off the conversation, I have three guests actually. Two gentlemen are from a mental health foundation. They've been doing so many advocacy when it comes to that particular condition. But before the gentlemen join me, I am being a bit biased over here. I'm starting with the lady. I'm starting with a senior community mental health officer with the Accra Psychiatric Hospital. I call her Auntie Mavis. She will tell us a little bit about her and what she does as a senior mental health officer, and then we will delve into the conversation. So the topic for today actually is redefining mental health discourse through music, as I said earlier. So that is the introduction of the creative arts into this conversation. The gentleman will come and tell us a little bit about that. But Auntie Mavis, welcome to Living Well show on Metro TV.
Thank you very much.
You're looking pretty.
Same as you.
Thank you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do as a senior community mental health officer. That's a big portfolio. Break it down for us.
Oh, it's just small. So, as you rightly said, I'm Mavis Asantewa Opoku. So, as a senior community mental health officer, we are very happy that now mental health education has become something that people would like to talk about.
Right.
Initially, nobody wants to talk about mental health because there's a kind of stigma attached to it. Yes. And we were able to achieve this aim with the introduction of community mental health services. Okay. So that's why I'm a community mental health officer. Okay. So we are saying that you are supposed to assess mental health closer to you in your community. You don't actually have to come to the psychiatric hospital, because when people hear psychiatric hospital, it's a whole
myth
thing.
Around a psychiatric
hospital. Meanwhile, somebody can just wake up today and say that I'm going to a diabetic clinic and nobody cares. But when you're going to the psychiatric hospital,
way, they are going to say I've gone gaga.
It's actually a problem.
Right.
So government initiative, we try to decentralize the mental health services, making sure that you receive mental health service closer to you. So with every polyclinic, health center, every hospital closer to you should have a mental health service.
Oh,
yes.
Right.
So in as much as you can go to a hospital to say, I'm coming for my diabetic clinic, or I'm coming to see a dentist and everything, you should be able to access mental health services. So then they have to train community mental health officers within those small units to be able to manage mental health. So that's basically what we do.
So in the first place, you are a health professional. You are a trained health professional.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Initially, I was actually a nurse.
Right.
Then you have to go back to upgrade, to do community mental health. Now they are doing it as a straight course, but initially you have to actually be a practicing professional to go back to do mental health.
Right. So you chose to actually do the mental health. What encouraged you to want to actually upgrade into mental health?
I was already in the psychiatric hospital.
Okay, right.
Yes,
right,
so
right.
it was a top-up course.
Okay,
so if
right.
you actually want to do community, you can actually go into. So as I said, at the time they were breaking down into communities.
Okay.
There were no people in the communities.
Okay.
So it is those of us that are in the system
Right.
that will have to go for community so that they can put you into the communities. So that's actually why.
Okay, so into the communities, do you mean that you are only at health facilities or health posts, or do you go into homes? Are there designated community centers where you go to? Do you go into homes or just the health facilities?
We function like the way the community health nurses function.
Right.
So you can find them in the health center. They can, even if there's no health center in a particular district, they have a small office somewhere that you can actually go to. But most often you find us in the health centers, because we have to get you medications, we have to get you like specific therapies that has to be done in the hospital. But I think we go over to do the home visits.
Okay.
So you'll be at home, we visit you because you're in the community, we have to see how you are faring.
Okay.
We make sure you don't relapse, because now the psychiatric hospital is a referral end.
Okay.
So you only come there, that's a tertiary institution.
Right.
So you only come there when there's an emergency, you are a threat to yourself, to the society, or it's an emergency.
Okay.
So that's...
Okay. Let's now go back and start the conversation proper about mental health. Personally, when I hear mental health, the first thought or the first thing that comes to mind is a mentally derailed person.
Yeah.
I don't consider anybody else in fine clothes like myself as having a mental health issue. So really, when we talk about mental health, what is it all about?
Okay, so when we say mental health, there's a difference between a mental health and mental disorder.
Right.
So as we are all seated here, we are mentally healthy, because physically we are saying we are healthy.
Right.
Nothing has happened.
Right.
So mental health, if you look at the definitions that the WHOs and all of the people are, it's a state of well-being in the first place.
Right.
So it's not just the physical well-being, but the emotional, the psychological, the social well-being of an individual.
Okay.
So when we say somebody is mentally healthy, there are three key points. Okay. Your social life, your psychological life, and your emotional state is stable.
Okay.
Then that one we can say that you are mentally healthy. Then when we are saying that, so if any person has difficulty in these areas,
okay,
then
that is social, psychological,
and emotional.
Emotional, right.
So if you have any problem with these three key areas,
okay,
then we can say that you have to go for a mental health assessment.
Assessment.
Yes.
Then I bet you a lot of us need to go for a mental health assessment, because socially. Okay, right. And so it brings me to my next conversation. What is the current state, if we are talking about mental health in Ghana?
Yeah.
Are there statistics that tell us that a lot of Ghanaians find themselves in a certain bracket that they are unaware of, and so are not taking certain steps which will help them get better socially, psychologically, and the third point?
Yes, so the statistics are there, but in order not to be too, but yes, the problem was not actually the statistic, because at a point in time we said everybody is, at least each individual is 1% mad, in that context. But the current issue, became so hard when the youth are now moving, trying to cause, they're causing harm to themselves.
Right.
Because at each point in time, everybody, there's a thin line between being normal and being abnormal.
Right.
And initially, we were looking at the factors that can, contribute to somebody having mental health issues.
Okay.
That is, your biological, but somebody can have even that genes, but will not actually show the symptoms of mental health until it is being triggered.
Right.
So let's assume that, we know that the statistics is about 5% of the Ghanaian population have mental health issues. Now, those 5% could be like hereditary, but now our young people are not having hereditary, like a gene with mental health issues, but their lifestyle modification is not actually a help. Looking at now the use of substance being in high use.
Red.
Red. Not to say if you don't know red, then not to say you're not in the system. Mixing of concoctions and other things to take. And even now, our young women and men, trying to change body shapes and all those are mental health issue. Because if you have full confidence of yourself, I am big, I am big. I am small, I'm small. Nobody should make you feel worthless or anything. Right. And all these are mental health issues we are looking at. So currently, the statistics is very high, and I think it needs to be looked at.
What are the very common forms of mental health that people exhibit? Very, very common ones.
Yeah, then we are looking at the stress and the anxiety, which people don't actually feel it's a mental health issue we have to look at. But stress and anxiety is actually taking people to the extreme. Because if you have stress, so we are saying that mental health is a state of well-being when your psychological, your social and emotional well-being is intact or is balanced. So we expect that when you are stressed out, you should be able to, come out of it, sit down and relax and get back to normal.
Okay.
But when people are getting stressed over and over and over again without a break,
right,
or allowing they themselves to come out of it, then they begin to break down. And initially, the breakdown comes in when they don't see it to be a problem because, it is stress. Or because to me, you can see somebody is sick.
Right.
You go to the hospital, it's just stress.
Right.
But stress is also a problem.
Right.
Because long stress can lead to burnout.
Okay.
So the common, mental health issues we are looking at, then that would be stress and anxiety-related conditions. Then we'll be looking at the depression because looking at the economic situation where everybody is on the run, high rising of living, cost of living and all those ones. People are managing in and out. So depression can be on the list. Or like if you want common mental health conditions, those are the ones that are harmed. Aside that, there are others. There are a lot of, other mental health going on. We have depression, we have the bipolar affective disorders. We have a lot. We have the schizophrenias, which those ones are, particular ones that affect people based on, their genetic makeups and, those ones are there. We have the ones that deals with your chemical imbalance in the brain. The brain was designed in such a way that it's just like the way the earth and other thing is moving around the sun. Okay. There's some kind of existence between it that when you go up or into space, you might be thinking, hey, what is holding the earth?
Right.
And how are they spinning without, moving over? There is a kind of, coexisting, between the earth and that's how it is. Okay. So your brain is also designed in such a way that it has some kind of neurons, some chemical balance going in there, making sure that you are functioning properly. Right. At a point in time, if there is a distraction or there is a dysfunction of any particular one, can cause you to have mental health issues. So all this overthinking, overworking, all these things can cause chemical imbalance. Aside the injuries that maybe you had an accident, or maybe you fell down, you have a direct blow, you had a brain surgery. Aside those ones, we are looking at a lot of things that can cause somebody to have a mental health issue.
Right. So talking about stress and all of that, we all go through stress, even sitting in traffic. Yeah. Sitting in traffic to get to your workplace in the morning or at the close of work, going home. That about 2 hours that you sit in traffic, you can get tired, you can get so exhausted. Even before you get to work in the morning, you are stressed out. you are stressed out.
Sometimes you get to the work in the morning, you are even sleeping already.
As if it's not morning, as if you didn't just wake up from bed.
You just look so tired, and even the one that just slept, Now we are even reducing our sleeping hours from the 8 hours. Some are even getting less than the 6 hours sleep per night.
Some of us are getting like 3 and 4.
You see, God in His own wisdom made it in such a way that you are to sleep at night.
Right.
So interestingly, even if you don't want to sleep at night, it's so amazing that you can take all the, the stimulant to help you, but you will still be dozing off at a point in time, telling you that the body need rest. When you sleep, the body naturally revitalizes itself. So depriving your body from all these kind of things can cause you. There are some of these mental health issues we are talking about. You don't actually see it, but the people behind, because we are saying that before we can diagnose a mental health issue, it should be affecting your daily life.
Okay.
So
that was going to take me to my next question, which was going to be: at what point should an individual realize that, no, I need to check?
Yes.
I need to go to a health facility and check out what is happening to my system. We brush off a lot of these subtle feelings of tiredness and exhaustion. At what point should we get a certain trigger to seek help?
Yes. So when you notice that your daily life, there is a change in your daily life. There is. So let's use these 3 areas. So the first one was our emotions.
Right.
So I'm a very happy person. I'm somebody who like to laugh. And everywhere I get to, I want people to know that I'm there. Then all of a sudden, I start getting this attitude of, no, I just don't want anybody. You know yourself, or even people around you know how you are. So the moment they start saying, no, I just want to be by myself, I just don't want too much noise. Meanwhile, I'm somebody who likes to even talk naturally.
Right.
So if you start getting towards that direction, that should know that, no, I might need help.
Okay.
So that would be, let's assume that that's my emotion. So I'm somebody who is a happy person, but all of a sudden it looks like my happiness is, becoming too dull of a person, I'm crying at a little point, or I'm
without any much provocation.
You get it? Or I'm too happy without so much, the external stimuli doesn't guarantee such happiness. Then you can see that, no. We have to actually look at you. Then let's look at our psychological issues. So we all have a way of reasoning that we all know this is good, this is bad. But at a point in time, even when everybody is saying it is bad, you are still saying it is good. Then you should look at the way you are perceiving things. Yes. So, and if you look at our social lives, we have relationship, you have children, you have husbands, but you have friends. All of a sudden, all your 3 friends are no longer your friends.
Okay.
All of a sudden, you've just break up with your boyfriend, no reason. You've break up with your girlfriend. You are having quarrels with your husband. Everybody does is not good.
The least thing.
You are so upset. Please, when you get to that stage, you just have to sit down and reflect. Is this how I was? Is this having problems in my daily life? So everybody knows, who you are. But has my life changed? Then you have to seek mental. You don't even have to wait to see something.
Okay.
People just get up and say, I'm going for a full health screening.
That is a problem with us.
And they go for the health screening without the mental health screening.
Yeah. I can count so many times I've gone for full body checks. I've gone for internal to check my organs. Gone to check for this. Gone to check for that. And I'm told
everything is fine.
Everything is fine. Or reduce this a bit. Let's change the lifestyle a bit here. Change the diet a bit here. But no way. I've never actually focused on mental health. So that is a problem.
That is
even going into a health facility to do normal checks is a problem.
Yeah.
So how can we realize the urgency to do some of these checks as frequently as possible?
That is why the conversation has begun.
Right.
So as we are, doing the education, advocating, people are hearing. So maybe somebody might have to hear for the first time that if you're not even able to sleep at night without any external pain, no pain, no, you don't feel any pain anywhere, you don't have any problem you're thinking about, but just for the whole night you have not slept, please start assessing mental health.
Okay.
And there are sometimes you also feel a particular pain, that same pain over and over again. You have been taking medication over and over and over again. But still the pain is there. Please assess mental health. In moments you see that your friends are telling you, now say they will hide you, now say they will basu, please just check what is happening to you. You don't have to wait for, I'm going for a full body check. Please, once a while, just pass through the mental health unit. Just ask if I'm okay. They will just do a few assessments to let you know if you are okay or you need help.
I'm particularly also interested in the mental health of women and children. Let's throw a little bit more light. These are vulnerable groups, quite special. We are mostly referred to as the weaker vessels and all of that. Are there particular things women and children should do with respect to their mental health?
Yes. So women's mental health is even more key because there are some kind of mental health issue that only affects women.
Okay.
So like the postpartum depression. So you go to deliver, everything is well, there was no problem. Then, so I don't put it in our Ghanaian language, awechi dambo. What kind of mental health issue is that? I can say awechi dambo. So, you finish delivering and you go crazy, So this particular group needs to be taken care of well. I always advise women, if you are a woman, you yourself, you are at risk. The child that you are bringing out, if the child will have any mental health related issue, it is you, the woman.
The woman.
Because even during delivery, something can go wrong. Which it wasn't as if the child was coming out with it, but there was a problem.
During that process.
Then the first 2 years of the child's development, so that's why that's called early development, So those areas, if the child is not feeding well, is not eating well, is not being cared for well, can cause mental health issues for the child. So these people, in fact, I wish government should have a policy that says that, like the way we go for our weighings. When you go, they check how old is the child, they weigh the child, they check the weight, the height. I think we should be doing mental health assessment at a point in time for them. And there should be policies that says that, like the way they are requesting, go for breast cancer screening every 5 years or there should be those kind of policies that can allow mental health, services for women and children to be assessing themselves.
Right. If you just joined the conversation, we are taking the discourse on mental health education to another level. Today we have our beautiful Mavis Asantua Opoku. She's a senior community mental health officer with the Accra Psychiatric Hospital. So far, we've been talking about what really mental health conditions are and why we need to check them. And we are gradually inching towards bringing our men to join the conversation because they have been advocating for mental health issues on another level through music. So we are going to take a quick breather. When we come back, we have two gentlemen joining us in this conversation. This is still Living Well on Metro TV. Please stay with us. The Living Well Health and Lifestyle Show on Metro TV with me, Sandra Ampofua Ufusu. Earlier, we've started the conversation on mental health, discourse, and changing the narrative using creative arts. I mentioned earlier when I started with Madam Mavis Asantua Opoku. She has given us a little bit of a background about what really mental health is all about. And during the break, we were like, initially, when we hear, a lot of people hear mental health, we go like, media menkaho. Media and family. And Mavis rightly said, the moment you even pass such a comment, you are a prime suspect. we need to start looking at you because you are affected socially, you are affected psychologically, and you are affected emotionally. So long as you have all these three components as a human being, then definitely mental health issues should be of concern to you. We have been joined by two gentlemen. Yes, these gentlemen, they are bringing another aspect of the campaign and education on mental health, the creative industry, music. And we are privileged to have been joined by, he's a gospel artist and also an elder. I'll find out which church later. But Elder Benjamin Osei Edu, he is the president and founder of Heart for Disabled Foundation.
Yes, please.
Elder, you are welcome to the Living Well Show.
Thank you very
and
much,
joining Elder is Openyi Kwejo Daakon. Openyi Eswoya Bofra. He is the head of programs also at the Heart for Disabled Foundation. Gentlemen, you are welcome to our conversation.
Thank you.
Elder, let me start off with you. Tell us about the Heart for Disabled Foundation. What is it all about? How did it come into inception, into being? Tell us.
Thank you very much, Madam. First of all, I will say thank you, and also thank you to your listeners or your viewers. I will say my sincere thanks to Almighty God for His favor. Heart for Disabled Foundation is a non-governmental organization which established by 2017. And what we do is we promote mentally challenged through gospel music.
Okay.
And as we all know, when you talk about music traveled a lot.
Yeah.
And since the generation of this mental health awareness creation, there are so many doctors, so many sympathizers who have advertised or talk to people about this mentally challenge. And I know a lot of people are understanding, but we sit down and we also planned and pray to God to give us a different dimension so that we can use that dimension also to help the mental health awareness. So I saw that music, so far as music traveled a lot, we have to create a music, or we have to come out with a music. And in fact, I have moved with so many mental health doctors, like Professor Esare, Professor Kwesi Osei, and others. And they have taught me a lot about how they have suffered in terms of this mental health education.
Yeah.
So I promised them that by the grace of God, this music to promote the mentally challenged will help a lot, because we all know that say can be na say asama o kano say asam no bi ntie kura, you use the same message to form a music.
Right.
Believe me, a lot of the people who will reject the oral message will
accept it when it comes in the form of music.
Right. As long as they are singing, they will be, meditating the words and other things. Right. So this is a very few of our motive of bringing this mental health education into this music level.
Let me bring Openyi Kwejo into the conversation at this point. How would you assess how far mental health advocacy has gone through music? You are a media person, and so you well understand the dynamics of the creative arts industry. How has music, since 2017, Elder said, since 2017, you have been advocating and campaigning on mental health awareness through music. How would you assess it? You are using gospel.
Yes.
Not everybody is a Christian. So why the choice of this genre, as in gospel? Is it reaching the targets?
All right, thank you very much. Greetings to your viewers. I'm very grateful for such a wonderful opportunity. Being in this media industry, in terms of talking about mental health issue in Ghana, I realized that most of Ghanaian gospel and then even artists in Ghana are not using their style of singing to promote mental health in Ghana. And the statistics shows that 13% of Ghanaian citizens are now suffering in terms of mental health issue, and then 3% are in severe condition. So looking at all these things, it is very important for us to redefine the way we are advocating for mental issue in Ghana.
Right.
So at first, we used to centralize it only in Greater Accra.
Okay. Yeah.
So we have individual engagement, community engagement, but we realize that is not enough.
That is not enough.
So we need to decentralize it.
Okay.
Go to all the 16 regions
Okay.
in Ghana to preach about mental health issue in Ghana. Mental Health Authority and other NGOs are doing their best to do it.
Right.
But one person cannot do it because the work is too much. That is why Heart for Disabled Foundation, we are saying that together we move with Mental Health Authority. We need to decentralize it. We want to redefine the state of telling people using music.
Right.
So even we are even coming out of inter-16 regional mental health awareness talk.
Okay.
Yes.
Has that started?
We are going to launch it coming 30th.
Oh, right.
Coming 30th. And then, as my president just established, we have used our substance to record the music, short videos, but it's time for us to let the public to know why they should invest in mental health issue in Ghana.
Right.
So we are going to launch the program coming 30th at Medina.
Okay.
Let
me come back to Elder.
Yeah.
Elder, tell us a little bit about this launch, this 16 regional campaign. What is going to be the details? Is it going to be a musical show that you are sending to every regional capital?
Yeah.
What form is it going to take?
Yes, as you mentioned, there will be a program, musical show program.
Okay.
But that's not only the thing we are going to do. Every region, we will go to the Omahene or the highest chief and his members.
Right.
We will go to them, then we will also sit down with them. Then we will let them understand that mental health or mental illness is not respectable for any person. So as soon as we educate the chief and his people, we will also let them to involve the community and then the MCE in that region and program organizers.
Right.
So we will go to secondary schools, that region. We will try as much as possible and go to many of the secondary schools around the region. Then we know these second circles students, they learn a lot of things from the school.
Yeah. Right.
So we all know. So we will try and also educate them through what we are coming out with. Then also we will let the people around the region understand that mental health is very, very important, that we all should take good care of. And also we will educate the public at the region about the stigmatized. Sometimes when somebody had a mental illness, you will see, people will start saying, "Oh, or your bodam for,
I'm particularly very happy about the fact that you'll be starting from the highest traditional authorities of the land. Because if you are able to go to, let's say, a paramount chief of a traditional area to talk to the chief about Sebe Abodam, and the chief receives you, it would travel a long way to the last person in the traditional council.
Of course.
Because really, to be able to chiefs and Abodam Sem, there are a lot of... so we've established that it's not necessarily about, in quotes, mad people on the street.
No.
But all of us in suit and nice
Yes, of
attires,
course.
so long as we have emotions. So it's very important that you are doing the chiefs and you are doing senior high schools.
Yes.
Earlier we referred to mothers or women and
the vulnerable
children,
groups.
but that group of youth.
Yeah.
And we are adding churches to that. As I said, community engagement.
Right.
We are going to add them to it. Even if we go to market, through our music strategies, we can reach out to a lot of audience there.
Sure.
So that is why we are coming out with this music strategies.
Right.
Because there are some people we all know in this country, we think they are okay. Let's approach them. And you see that this person going is not well. So we, the Heart for Disabled Foundation, whatever that it takes for us to promote mental health in Ghana using music, we will never relent.
Right.
We are going to do it, and we will make sure we will do it well.
Right.
So I would like to urge stakeholders, philanthropists, that they should come to our aid.
Right.
Because things like this, it needs money.
It needs money, yes.
It needs money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the launching that we are going to have it coming 30th, if I tell you, you shock.
Oh, yeah.
We are using our own substance.
Are you working in collaboration with the Mental Health Authority?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay.
We are giving we've sent them letters for invitation.
Right.
And we are expecting them to join us.
Right. You have a former CEO of the authority,
Yes.
Professor J.B. Asare is our patron.
Yes,
right,
of course.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So
And
definitely.
Professor Kwesi was said to he is even Professor J.B. Asare is the chairman for the launch.
Okay.
He's the chairman.
Then you are really guided. You have,
Yes,
you
of
have
course.
the best
Yes, of course.
Yes.
brains.
Even coming
guiding
here,
this
he's aware.
Right. I think we were able to have a conversation with him on
Yes,
Zoom,
of
but
course.
our time is beating us a little bit.
Yes,
But
please.
we'll find a way to have this conversation with Prof. You are still watching Living Well. We'll take final words, but we are going to go for a quick breather. When we return, we'll watch a musical video which has been put together by Elder and the team with regards to mental health. We'll watch that and then we'll come and take final words. This is Living Well. We are talking about changing the narrative on mental health education through the creative arts, this time round using gospel music. Stick and stay. We'll be right back. Right, so we just had a good laugh in the studio. We are about wrapping up, but this conversation is not ending here, because on the 30th of September.
This month.
This month, August.
Yes,
On the
August.
30th.
That's Saturday.
Okay. In just
Coming
about a
Saturday.
week. In just
Yes.
about a week. Okay,
Coming
so
Saturday.
Living Well will be there to see how it goes, and we'll report it back to you.
Sure.
But before we go, we'll take some final words from our guest in studio. Let me go to Mavis, and she was saying it could be you, actually. Yeah.
Oh, yes. When we were in school, we used to have this T-shirt. it, you know. And when we say mental health, you just continue, it could be you.
Right.
It could
Because
be you.
it has no respect of person, as Elder said. So as we are redefining mental health, then we are hoping that you are not just listening to the music. You know, when the limba dies, everybody. I'm not actually a music person. It's amazing. My father is a musician anyway.
Oh, right.
But I'm not actually a music person. But since the man passed on, you see, when people play the music now, they're not only playing the music. They are now listening to the words.
Yes.
It was after this one had passed that we know they have Akosia Bruni. They have every details. But as at the time he was playing the music, nobody actually put. So we are hoping that as this music, as this redefining mental health, we are hoping that people are going to hear it.
Right.
And it's actually going to, push the mental health advocacy campaign very far.
Thank you so much. Elder, in 30 seconds.
Yeah, in 30 seconds, I would like to ask permission from you so that I do a little a cappella.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
We just showed your music video.
Okay.
We just showed your music video. So we'll take the a cappella when we come on the 30th of August.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure,
Yes,
sure,
Elder.
sure.
Okay.
Yes, because of time. Yes.
What I will say finally is Ghanaians and wherever you are watching this program or you are listening to us, we all should come together and think about this mental health issue and take it serious. Because according to the research that the doctors, Professor Kwesi Osei and others have said, is that when you choose 4 people in this country, it's obvious that one has mental illness. So this is dangerous. We all should think and then also help so that we can promote mentally challenged through this music era.
Right. Open Kwejo in 30 seconds.
So finally, I would like to urge the public, those who are listening to us, to do us a favor, supporting us, donating to what we are doing. So I would like to come out with our official payment details so that they can support us through that.
Okay, so because of lack of time, we'll put that across on the screen for people to see that.
Right.
So that will roll on the screens.
Right.
So we've been having this conversation on redefining the discourse on mental health through music, and we've heard what our resource persons have said. And according to the Mental Health Authority, out of every 4 people you meet, one person has a mental health issue. That is 25% of the population. That is a huge number. Yeah. And so it concerns all of us. And all of us, nobody should say, the moment you take that stance, you are the first suspect. So this has been Living Well. We will bring you another edition of this conversation because we will be at the event and we will capture how music is being used to change the discourse on mental health education. It could be you, it could be myself. So until we come your way again with another episode of Living Well, take good care of yourself. When you are stressing too much, sit back and find ways and means to come out of the stress. If you realize that your social activities have changed, sit back and have a look and see how you can rebound, because there could be an issue. And when your emotions too are not playing on you very well, know that there's an issue mentally. This has been Living Well. I am Sandra Ampofua Ufusu. Do make another date with us for another interesting health and lifestyle topic. Bye for now.